Hello, in this video I'm going to explain Java interfaces. So to start off, a Java interface is a sort of template that classes that implement it are required to follow, and in which each variable that you define is a constant, which means it's basically static and final. So you can't change it, and you can't change it from a class-to-class basis. It stays constant throughout everything. So let's see how we create one. So if I go here, and I create a new interface. So let me go and create Java class, and let me do interface here, change it to interface. And let's call this interface animal. So in this interface, I can define methods and variables that I want each class that implements the interface to have. So I'm going to define let's see, I want to define a move method here. So each animal has to have its own move method. And then I want to have a sound method, so void sound. Okay, so what I want to do is for each animal, I want to have to make a method for how the animal moves and how it sounds. I also want to have up here, I'm only going to have quadrupedal animals, so animals that are on 4 legs only. So I'm actually going to create an integer called num of legs, and I'm going to set it equal to 4. So each class that I have implement this interface is going to have a number of legs, which is 4, that cannot be changed. And I'm gonna have to instantiate I'm gonna have to define a move method and a sound method. Alright, so let's go ahead and create a class, and let's do dog, and then let's do cat. Alright, so for each of these, I'm going to create methods. So I have to have a move method, so public void move. And then I'm going to have a sound method, so public void sound. So to actually make the class implement the interface, you have to do, after you define your public class, or your class in general, you want to have implements and then your interface. And as you can see, if I don't have these, it gives me an error, because I absolutely have to have these methods, or else it'll give me an error, because we're implementing the animal interface. So let's go ahead and define these. So for this, I'm going to print out system.out.println, and I'm going to print out the cat moves on, and then I'm going to add the number of legs. So num of legs, this is our constant across all of our classes that implements animal. So num of legs plus legs. So this should say the cat moves on 4 legs. And then for sound, I'm going to have so system.out.println, the cat meows. And if I try to change the number of legs here, just to kind of show you this, if I try to change it, it'll give me an error, because like I said, you can't, like I said, each variable that you define in your interface is static and it's final. You can't change it at all. It's a constant. So there we go. We have we have our cat, and now let's do our dog. So I have to have our methods. So public void. I have to have move, and I have to have sound. So public void sound. So move, I'm going to have basically the same thing that the cat has. So system .out.println, and then I'm going to have the dog moves on, and then I'm going to have the num of legs, and then legs. Oh, we didn't implement our our interface here, so we have to do that. Otherwise, it wouldn't have num of legs here, of course. So there we go. And for our sound, I'm going to have system.out.println, and I'm going to make the dog bark. So the dog barks. Now, I can actually, even though this is implementing animal and I have to have these methods, I can always have other methods. So I can make the dog, say, chase a squirrel. So I can have a method, public void chase squirrel, like that, and I can write the dog chases a squirrel. And for cat, I can have the cat hunts or whatever. So I can do like public void cat hunts. I can print the cat hunts. I don't have to just have these, but I absolutely do have to have them. So now, if I define a dog and a cat, and I call these methods, so let's do dog equals new dog, and cat equals new cat, and then I make the dog move, and I make the dog make a sound, and I make the dog chase a squirrel, and then for the cat, I'll make the cat move, the cat make a sound, and the cat hunt. So I can call these, and let's see, boom. The dog moves on 4 legs, the dog barks, the dog chases a squirrel, the cat moves on 4 legs, the cat meows, and the cat hunts. If I add another method here, I could have like int, and we could do we could just make it return an integer, so we could make it return grams of food. Then I have to go over here and I have to add the integer. So public int grams of food. Let's see, how many grams of food? I'm just going to make up a random number. This isn't true or anything, but I can just make it return like 1 or 2. So return 1, and then I can make the cat return, say, 2. So if I define this here, I can make it return 2, just, for fun. That's not actually, you shouldn't actually just feed your cat or your dog 1 or 2 grams of food. That'd be terrible. But you can make it, it can be different between these classes. But they absolutely have to define a method, no matter what it does, that has these names. So this is great if you have something where every class that implements it, you want to do something of a certain regard, but you don't know how they're going to do it. Like, that a dog needs to move, or that a cat needs to move, but they might move in a different way, or a dog is supposed to make a sound, or a cat is supposed to make a sound, but you don't know specifically what you don't want to set a method that is exactly like one way that they sound, because they sound different, of course. Like a dog can bark and a cat can meow. You know, they're different, but they essentially, you know, both make a sound. So yeah, that's a quick introduction to interfaces there, and I hope this helped. Thank you for watching, and bye.